everyone, I'm about to share a clip from a talk I gave called How to Make a Nerdy Living on YouTube. This particular talk was given at Fan Expo Dallas, kind of like a Comic-Con deal. You can check out the entire talk at my Patreon page down below at the link in the description for any level that you support me. You can gain access to it, or you can see more clips of it at this playlist up above. In this particular clip, I'm going to share the key principles that you need to understand when you're thinking about YouTube and how to grow. Like, how do you need to think about it as a person to be successful? Those general, broad principles. Hopefully it's useful. We're gonna go ahead and get started and start talking about, before you start with your YouTube channel, I want to establish some principles to think about. It should be slide 10. Basic principle number 1, if you want your channel to grow, you have to treat it like a job. If you want the results of a job, if you want it to pay you like a job, you have to treat it like a job. And even if you love your job, there's things related to it that you don't like doing. Every job has the work side to it. And when it comes to YouTube, whatever your kind of nerdy passion thing is that you do, there's things that you probably love about doing it, and there's things that maybe you don't love so much. And if you want your channel to grow, you have to do the hard things inside of that. Next slide up here. When you're trying to discover how to be successful on YouTube, you have to find that sweet spot of what your passion is, that thing that you can actually dedicate your life to. Like me, 9 months of cranking out like 200 videos all the way to make $11. Like that, you have to be passionate to put in that much work for something that's like, all right, well, this really did not reward me directly. So you have to think through, are you passionate? The other one you have to figure out is, are you talented? What are the things that you're talented at? And then the third piece in there that people are interested in. Because you can start going through those. You might be talented and people are interested, but you're not passionate about it. You'll get burned out. And I know like a lot of people in the movie review space, and some of them are just desperately trying to get traction. And so they start doing like little gimmicks and tricks that they saw someone else doing, but it's not something they actually care about. So you have to find something that you're passionate about, you're talented at, and that people are interested in. You find that sweet spot right there in the middle. That's when you'll start to get some traction. Next slide up here, as we're establishing the types of content we're talking about. 3 types of content. You've got growth content, maintenance content, and community content. Today, we're obviously talking about trying to go full-time, so the big one we're gonna lock in on is growth content and how to maximize the videos that actually grow your channel and start trying to identify what those are. The second one is maintenance. Whatever your channel is, there's normally something that you put out regularly that's just part of kind of the routine of what you do. Like for me, I talk about movies, so movie reviews. None of my movie reviews grow my channel, other than Endgame. That one's pretty big. Other than that, they're just kind of there. They're maintenance. It would be weird if I wasn't reviewing movies on my movie review channel, but they don't grow my channel. And then like community content, that's stuff for your fans so that you grow deeper relationship with the people that are there. It's not intended to grow your channel. It's not intended to make money. It's intended to actually have a group of people that care about, like you care about them and you're doing cool stuff for them. So I'm probably gonna put out a bloopers video in the next 2 weeks. Not gonna grow my channel, but it's a lot of fun for all of us that are, kind of part of my community. So you wanna think through which content that you create falls into each of these categories, and you have to be able to identify which one is which and know what you're trying to do. Because if you make a growth video, but in the video you're like talking to your friends as if you're to direct people in the comment section, if you want it to grow the channel, you want to be talking to the guests, the visitors. But at the same time, if you're doing a community video, you probably want to be a little bit informal in how you kind of do things. Next slide up here. Huge key principle before we dive into how to grow your channel. The currency of YouTube is watch time. Most people superficially, when they go into YouTube, they think, oh, it's all about clicks. Getting people to, like, they just look at that view counter right there, like, oh, a bunch of people looked at this video. And they never stop to think how long they watched the video. Now, if you spend any amount of time watching videos on YouTube, you have clicked on a video and went, oh, wow, no. Clicked away instantly. Whether that's the clickbait where it's like, oh, well, who did die? And you clicked on it, oh, they just clickbaited me, not cool. Or whether it's just you clicked on it and it's low quality,
Everybody actually knows that a view doesn't really mean a view. Watch time is what matters. Watch time is what YouTube cares about. See, you want to have a video that has a thumbnail that someone looks at and they go, that looks pretty professional, and a title that's enticing. Someone goes, oh, what is that? I want to click on that. But then delivers on that. So they stick around. They need to click on it and they need to stick around. You have to live up to it. So a lot of times people think, like, if I just could get a bunch of views, then it would be awesome. My channel would be doing great. Not if you're not quite there yet. Like, it's not just that you want people to click. Like, that can actually hurt your channel for a long time if you're not ready for the clicks yet. So one thing that happened to me about 6 months into my channel, I had the video that got the most views up to that point in time. It was like 16,000 views. I was like through the moon that this happened at first. So what was this video? It was a trailer reaction for Guardians of the Galaxy. So it was me watching the trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and then like, whoa, that was cool, that was funny, huh? The way I did this video is I streamed it straight to YouTube. I was watching the movie on my phone, and I was holding a second phone up to the camera. Does that sound like awesome content to you? Because I assure you it's not. I tried to push play at the same time and do this number, and the audio was cracking. So even though it was the video on my channel that got the most views up to that point in time, everyone that watched that video went, oh, this guy sucks. And they never like, my face shows up, they're like, I'm not clicking on that. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. So you have to create content that gets watch time, that gets people to click, and then they stick around to see what is actually going. That's the foundation for how all of this works. Everything. YouTube is in the business of getting people to stay on their website so that they can put more ads in front of their face. So if you get them to click, they like that. You get them to stick around, they put a second ad, and then they start to really like you. So you got to get them to click and then to stick.
Remember, you can see the full talk if you join me over on Patreon, or you can see more clips at that playlist right over there. Thank you so much for watching.